Thank you for watching this video. Today I'm going to be working on our Toyota Camry. I'm going to be removing the PCV valve today. I'm going to test it, clean it, make sure that it's working properly. We want to make sure that we're not building up any excess gases as well as the carbon deposits in our crankcase. So we're going to get started on that, so stick around. This is a 2002 Camry. It's a 3.0 V6, and this is the 1MZ FE engine. Location of the PCV valve is right over here on the passenger side. The valve is in the valve cover here, and not the best day for filming here. It's kind of overcast, kind of sunny, and then it changes and it's a lot of shadowing. So hopefully you can see that there. Right there, going into the cover. If you want to just change or replace the PCV valve, you could just pull the clip back and pull the hose off of it, and then just pull the valve straight up. You should be able to do it with your hand. You may need to clean it off if there's a lot of gunk around it. But that is where it's at, and I'm going to be testing it today for vacuum. So instead of pulling the hose off right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the hose on. I'm going to start the engine and attempt to pull the valve up while the engine's idling, and see if I can feel some vacuum on. See if I can feel vacuum from the valve there. If so, that will be the first indication that it should be working fine. Then I'll go and see if it's possibly open at that point, and then probably clean it out a little bit. So that's what I hope to do today. So let's go ahead and start this engine and let it idle. Okay, I just pulled it out. I definitely feel vacuum. You can actually even hear the valve clicking. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to go ahead and turn the engine off, and we will just take the valve off from the hose there. So I just pulled the valve off from the hose, and before we take a look at the valve, I just wanted to see what we have here in the PCV hose here. Probably should run something deeper than that, but so the valve does seem to be at least sucking the blow-by gases from the crankcase. Let's take a look at the valve now. Look at that carbon buildup. That's what it's sucking. Look at that crap. That's a 1MZ FE engine right there. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to clean it with the cleaner here. All I have is this mass airflow, and this is supposed to be good for or okay on plastics. So I'm just going to squirt some on here. Alright, so I got the valve cleaner. It's not perfect. It is functional now. And I think it's better. The only problem is this stuff dries out too fast. And what I really needed was a good solvent, which I don't really have here. I'm kind of limited with what I'm using here today. But, you know, you can do your own due diligence as far as what's best for cleaning these. Just want to make sure you have something that's safe with plastic. So now, before I put it back on the car, I'm just going to test it one more time here, and all I'm going to do is blow in the hose end here and make sure that I'm not able to blow completely through the valve here. So in other words, we know that it was sucking the combustion gases from the crankcase. It was sucking those out. We saw that. And that, you know, those gases should go back, be recycled again through the intake. But what we don't know is if it was stuck open. So let's try and test right now. Alright, so I got this hose here I just connected to the valve. And you don't have to have the hose to do this, to test this, but just for a better illustration here, all I'm going to do is put the end in my mouth here and just blow through it, and we should be able to get air to go all the way through the valve here. Now this is the part of the valve that goes into the valve cover there to the engine. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so clearly that's working fine. Now let's turn it around, put it on the other side, try that out. Alright, so now I've got my hose connected to the other end of the PCV valve. This is the hose end of the PCV valve. This is the hose that goes back to the intake. So all I'm going to do is blow through this, or try to blow through this. I hope I don't blow through this. If I do, then the valve would be bad. So let's give it a try here. Okay, everything seems to be working on this valve here, so hopefully you could see that or hear that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the car now. Alright, got the hose back on, PCV valve back in place. Everything's looking good here. As good as possible anyway, considering what we have here. So that'll be it for the video. And yeah, I wanted to point out that if you do have an older Toyota, whether it be a 2.2 or 3.0, late 90s, early 2000s, definitely keep an eye on that PCV valve. Make sure that you replace it even more frequently than you would, the manual may say. There was a lot of sludge problems at that time period for Toyotas, a lot of complaints, and here's a perfect example right here. So thank you for watching. Till next time, have a great day out there and take care.